Check it out. Don't nothing happen overnight. Robbery, lottery, and red-eye flights.
What's going on with y'all, man? Welcome back to FG Unleashed, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all been tapping in, man. You know, this last weekend, man, I had my daughter went to the prom, man. It was a nice thing, man. So I've been busy and, you know, getting some things done around the house and, you know, working and doing the shit we do as grown men, you know what I mean? But like I said, I appreciate y'all for hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, you know what I mean? And I'm going to keep coming in here, man, and trying to drop these gems to y'all, man, on this real shit, you know what I mean? Today I ain't got no jokes, I ain't got no motherfucking, you know, song and dance I'm gonna do what I usually do, man, and that's keeping 100, man, you know what I mean? I'm getting a lot of hits from the little homies out in the street and homies out in the street, you know, in my DMs and shit, you know, personal homies that I know, you know what I mean, off the east side of Compton and shit, man, and, you know, it's homies getting at me like, you know, big homie, I'm tired of banging, you know, I'm tired of being on these streets, man. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of, you know what I mean, being depressed and shit. You know what I mean? Well, you know, I got one answer for that, man. You know what I mean? One little story. I remember when I was in the pen and shit, man. I had a little homie and shit. He was actually a Crip. You know what I mean? So he came to me one day and he was like, man, F, can I holler at you, homie? I'm like, for sure. You know, man. He said, I mean, I got a little situation with the homies. You know what I mean? I say, well, you know, to be honest with you, homie, if that's Crip business, homie, I can't really just speak on it like that. You know what I mean? He say, but can I speak it to you as a black man then? I say all day long, homie, spit. You know what I mean? So he basically was telling me that the homies wanted him to go up in the cell and stab this nigga. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what's your take on it? You know what I mean? He like, well, to be honest with you, homie, you know, it ain't like I'm scared and nothing. I just ain't never did it before. I done ran up in the cell and got down with dudes and all that, but I ain't never went up in there and blast no dude. You know what I mean? So the homie just telling me to go up in there and do it. You know what I mean? So I say, well, you know, so how you feel about it? You know what I mean? He say, well, shit, man, I just feel like they sending me on a blind mission, you know. So the same advice that I'm going to give him, that I gave him rather, is the same advice that I'm going to give you dudes out in the streets, homie. You know what I mean? Y'all got y'all big homies and shit telling y'all to go do all these wild ass missions and shit, homie, and go do this and go put that work in. And, you know, homie, back in the day, I used to put this work in. I used to do this and do that and do. Man, fuck all that. You know what I mean? For one, like I told the homie, tell your big homie, go up in there with you. You know, if that's the case, go with me then. Go show me how to do it. And if he say no, then you say no. You know what I mean? Fuck all that letting somebody tell you to do something that sometimes they ain't even did. You know what I mean? Or they did that shit so far back in the day, times was different. You know what I mean? Wasn't no cameras on every wall in the prison or even just like out on the street. You know, dudes are telling their little homies, go put this work in, go put that work in. You want to be from the set or you were down when I was young. So yeah, when I was a younger homie, wasn't no camera phones. There wasn't no traffic cameras on every corner. People minded they damn business, homie. So yeah, when you did do something, homie, people didn't write down license plates and start taking pictures and video and everything. Or police couldn't go to every corner and pull up the traffic cam, get your license plate, homie. You know what I mean? You know, so at the end of the day, tell your big homies or tell your homeboy, period. Tell the homeboy your same age, homie. Hold on, check this out, homie. I don't want to get a life sentence today, homie. You know what I mean? I want to make it back home to my family, man. I want to make it back home to my kids, man. I want to live to see 40, homie. I want to live to see 30. I want to live to see more for 25. You know what I mean? You know, so what I'm getting at, homie, is how gangster are you? You know what I mean? You going to let another nigga gangster you up out your life because he telling you that you ain't a gangster? So, homie, you got to take that in perspective, homie. You know what I mean? You know, next time your big homie tell you to go do some crazy shit, tell him go with me. You know what I mean? If he don't go, you don't go. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I know it's some dudes out there that's just riders, hands down, homie. That's what they gonna do. They don't need nobody to tell them. They don't need nobody to pump them up. It's just what they do, homie. And I get all that. I understand. You never gonna stop those dudes or nothing like that. I'm talking to the dudes who looking for a way out, homie. You know what I mean? Gangster your way out. Just like you gangstered your way in. Just like you proved, you know, you was the gangster that you was. Prove to yourself that you the gangster you are, homie. You know what I mean? Tell your homeboys, homie, hey, homie, I'm done. You know, straight up. You know what I mean? I'm finna move on with my life. I'm finna do other shit. Don't mean I ain't from the hood. It just mean, homie, I'm not finna stop putting my life on the line, homie. You know, every other weekend and shit, homie, because, you know, you want to sit here and get drunk and tell me what I should be doing or shouldn't be doing, you know, as far as putting this work in, you know what I mean? So I'm going to always spit to the homies, you know what I mean? Be a man, homie. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do is be a man. If you letting somebody pressure you up out of, you know, you getting a life sentence, don't forget, homie, when you sitting in that cell, when you walk in that yard, homie, when you got that 27 years, Man, these niggas ain't finna be writing you, homie. They ain't gonna send you no money. They ain't gonna do none of that shit. You know what I mean? You know. So take all that shit into perspective. You know what I mean? You dudes gotta get strong, homie. Stop letting another dude influence you to go do some shit. You know what I mean? I know drugs is playing a big part in today's community and shit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, man, y'all better better get conscious, homie. Before you wake up in the cell and don't know what you did, homie. When you get to court, you found out, homie, you done shot, 4 or 5 people and 2 of them didn't make it. You know what I mean? You know. And like I said, that's something you just desire to do, homie. It ain't nothing I could say to you dudes. But for you dudes, homie, who really on the fence about what the big homie's telling you and what your role is in the hood and all that, hey, homie, I'm going to tell you, choose life, homie. You know what I mean? Choose you. Choose your kids, homie. Choose your family. Choose to be there for your mama, and that type of thing, homie. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all love and fun in the hood, you know what I mean? And I know sometimes when shit happens, shit got to get done. Trust me, I understand all those dynamics, homie. I've been there, done that, you know what I mean? For sure. But at the end of the day, homie, when it was time to walk away or it was time to say, no, I ain't doing that stupid shit, I learned at a very young age, homie, I was going to do what I wanted to do as far as when I wanted to put my life on the line, you know what I mean? And that's just how it was. But like I do know, it's some dudes you ain't got to tell us. Some crack, we own it, you know what I mean? But the difference, what I'm seeing now is that ever since I've been, working and having a job and, paying these bills a different way, money don't come that easy no more, And at the end of the day, homie, I got to choose these bills and make sure these kids trying to get to college. And like I say, my daughter just went to the prom. Y'all know how the kids want to do it now. They want, Benzes and helicopters and shit. They want all kind of shit for the prom. You got to be there. It's an experience. You know what I mean? But my point is this, if your ass at work, homie, when that call come, of course, you just can't up and lead a work. You know what I mean? Even if you got off work, homie, and went to the hood to see what was going on, if ain't nobody did nothing by the time you got there, man, fuck all that. You know what I mean? Don't let a motherfucker put the weight of the hood on your shoulders when they ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? So, listen what I'm saying, homie. Take heed to what I'm getting at. I'm only gonna spit some real knowledge to the dudes, homie, that's out in the streets, homie, that's pushing these lines, homie, and sit up every day and wonder, damn, how I'm gonna get out this shit. It's a way out. You gotta gangster your way out. You know what I mean? And it don't mean, like I say, you ain't from the hood. It just mean you picking and choosing, homie, if you put your life on the line today. You know what I mean? For some nothing ass shit. You know what I mean? Like the smallest problem. You know what I mean? Because somebody said something you didn't like, or somebody, nothing even physical, just letting your ego take over because somebody said something to you in front of a female, or somebody said something to you in front of the homie that might have been some real shit that you took as disrespect. You know what I mean? So stay focused, young kings. You know what I mean? And young gangsters. You know what I mean? Tap in with FG, homie. You need that strength, homie. I'm always right here, homie. I'm always on the east side. You know what I mean? You can always holler at me. You know what I mean? And make sure you tune in to FG Unleashed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, homie. Hit that like button. It's just another day of FG. Spitting some shit at these youngsters. You old fools. Y'all gonna continue to be old fools, homie. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is. But like I say, homie, it's time to bring some of this unity for the dudes who don't want to, put their life on the line every weekend and shit, or every month or every year. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers just want to, take a different perspective in life. Still fuck with some gangsters, but at the same time, some gangsters that's going to teach them how to get a job, teach them how to get them CDLs, teach them how to motherfucking get into engineering school, or teach them how to do something else with their life, especially the ones that's real active, high school age, wondering what you're going to do with the rest of your life, homie. Banging ain't it. I'm going to just tell you like this right now. Banging ain't it, homie. But like I say, appreciate you tuning in for FG Unleashed. I'm out of here.